What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We are back at AR headquarters with a new car purchase. In fact, a couple of new car purchases. The first car purchases of 2024. This car will be dedicated to tomorrow's video. This is a 1987 Nissan. This is a Japanese import, so this is a right-hand drive car. You've probably never seen one. It is a 1987 Nissan BE, B is in Bravo, E is in Echo, -1. Yep, it is kind of a micro car. So, yeah, there it is, and that will be tomorrow's video, so don't miss that. Today's video, however, is about this Tesla Model S that I bought for seriously cheap on a red light. This car is absolutely insane for a couple of reasons. Number one, it has almost 300,000 miles on the odometer, and I've done my research and I can find no records anywhere of a battery replacement or a motor replacement. So if 300,000 miles on an original battery and an original motor is not enough to impress you, well, how about this? It is a performance model. That's right. It is the Performance 85. And I could be wrong, but I think the P85 was as good as it got back in, what is this, a 2014? I can't even remember. I'm sorry, this is a 2013 car. Wow, yeah, an early production, March of 2013 car. But again, if that's not enough to impress you, how about the price? I bought this car for less than most people sell them with a completely blown battery. $7,800 is what I paid for a 2013 Tesla Model S Performance. That's very important. P85. This is a rear-wheel drive car. It is not a dual motor, but it has the big motor in the back. 0 to 60 on this thing is somewhere right around 4 seconds. Now, I can only assume because it was sold on a red light, because of the extremely high miles, that it's probably got something catastrophically wrong with it. I'm actually kind of excited about that because I think it'll give us an opportunity to debunk the myth that if Teslas break, it's going to cost you $22,000 for a battery or it's going to cost you $7,000 for a motor. While that is true, if you go to the Tesla dealership, there are plenty of third-party service facilities out there that can fix a degraded battery for as little as $5,000. I know that's still a lot of money, but when you're talking about a car that has made it 300,000 miles, $5,000 to fix a battery is not a bad deal. And let's face it, batteries are what everybody fears the most on these cars, because legitimately, if you go to Tesla for a battery, they're going to look at you and tell you it's, well, this is a P85, so probably not 22,000. The doors all seem to pop out like they're supposed to. I have not driven this car. I have not done anything with this car. This is exactly where it was parked. I just got back from my New Year's vacation. In fact, today, ladies and gentlemen, for me is actually January 1st, 2024. I don't know if you can see that on my screen, but yeah, Monday, January 1st, 2024, and this is what I'm greeted with. A very high mileage Tesla that supposedly has some pretty nice upgrades from what I was able to see in the pictures. In the pictures, it shows that this actually has the working sunroof, not just the panoramic roof, but it actually has the sunroof that opens to vent and it slides back. I also noticed in the pictures that it has the black seats with Alcantara and the red piping. These are the sports seats. Another thing I noticed is it smells really, really bad in here. Uh-oh. Hold on. What is this? Okay. That looks like a part. We've got stuff from Tesla. Oh, the books. That's nice on the floor. More books. You have the WeatherTech floor mats, which are really nice. Is this a repo? Here's somebody's glasses. What is going on in here? I don't see anything in the glove box. All right, hey, listen, for 300,000 miles, this thing actually looks pretty damn good, guys. I mean, look at it. It's really not in bad shape. It's filthy dirty. It needs a substantial clean. Oh, wow, yeah. It needs a substantial cleaning. And the smell, my God, it smells like somebody was living in here or something. I don't know. It doesn't smell particularly good. As far as wheels and tires, well, these things, I've seen 300,000 miles. These are the 19s, the 245 45 19s. Looks like we got some practically new Michelins on the back there. And matching new Michelins on the front. Again, needs a really good cleaning, a little bit of curbing, but overall, not too bad. I see PPF. It's got PPF all over it, so somebody was trying to protect it. That's all just road grime. Kind of disgusting, but overall, a 300,000 mile Tesla. This is crazy. And a rear wheel drive. To me, that's even more insane. There we go. Oh no, really? More parts. So it's broken, right? That's the blower motor. You know what it is? Hold on. I know exactly what this is now. I do. If I hadn't seen the blower motor, I wouldn't have figured it out. This is a blower motor resistor. I'm surprised that Tesla even utilizes something like this. This is like old school technology. But yeah, the heat sink. So we have a blower motor and we have a blower motor resistor. So I'm willing to bet there is something very wrong with the HVAC on this car. Oh, what is this? Black gold used auto parts. Yeah, okay. And what is this? A service tag. Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. What is this right here? Tesla ownership documents. Hold on. I don't want to put out anybody's name, but Tesla trade-in vehicle not for sale. 2013 Tesla Model S. Here you go. Interesting. So this was a Tesla trade-in. I guess Tesla sent it to auction. I wonder what that means. Tesla sent this to auction. Okay. Well, so far it looks like everything works. Here's another thing. Look at all the stickers. Sticker residue. And it says, needs to be charged. We got more sticker residue. New Hampshire, 2024. Oh, this is going to be great. This is going to be great. All right. Well, and here's another service tag, a claim check. Oh, yeah. And look at all the crap on the floor. I mean, this is disgusting, and it smells really bad. This car is going to need a hell of a cleaning. Let's hop in here real quick. My curiosity, and here's another thing. This thing should have free unlimited supercharging for life, and it transfers owner to owner. It stays with the car. So I should be able to supercharge this thing for free for as long as the car is still alive. Let's go over here. Let's take a look at some of the settings here. We're going to go to, what is it? Software. And here we have it. Tesla Model S P85, 269,221 miles on the odometer. We have air suspension. We have premium audio. These were expensive options, guys. What else we got? The infotainment processors, the NVIDIA Tegra, so it's probably still the original MCU1 would be my guess. And I guess that's all we get from that. Upgrades will tell you anything you can purchase for the car, like autopilot, which this may not even have that because it's so old. No upgrades available. It shows that we do have some LTE signal here. The owner's name is Dave, and there's Lulu. And valet mode, we're going to need to go into those and try to reset this. Hopefully we can. Let me pull out my phone and see if I can get this thing set up on my Tesla account that I haven't used in forever. We have range. Looks like, I can't see. There it is. 133 miles. Not bad. Not bad. So it came with a little bit of juice. Does it go into gear? There we go. There we go. Come on. Yeah. All right. We're cooking with grease now, guys. Hey, It goes forward and backwards. That's all I know. It's sold on a red light. And for $7,800, I fully expect that this car is going to be very broken. All right, well, I've had a few minutes to kind of play with it. Unfortunately, the person that had it before did not reset the car. So that means that I cannot add it to my Tesla account until I submit all the supporting documentation. Then I probably got to wait a few days for them to get back to me, which means I can't supercharge the car currently because down here it says I can't even... Yeah, right there. It says supercharging unavailable. Add payment method to your Tesla account. Well, unfortunately, I can't do that because this car is not registered to my Tesla account. I did, however, set the settings up the way I wanted them, so I guess that's good. I was able to adjust the suspension. It has low and very high. It's raising up, so it seems like the air suspension works like it's supposed to. You have pedals and steering. Steering mode, comfort, standard, and sport. Regenerative braking, standard. I like that. Traction control is on. Range mode, I'm not even sure what that does. It will save energy by reducing climate control power. Yeah, so that's another thing. Climate control? No, there's none of that. Yeah, no climate control. It does not function at all. You got a sunroof here, which... Uh-oh. Oh, I guess... Did it open? Yeah, this sunroof works. We can go ahead and close that because it is a tad bit on the chilly side today. So sunroof works, charge port. Hopefully that opens when you push it. I do not have a way of charging this currently. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it came with a charger. So, yeah, that's a whole nother problem. I'd love to open the frunk. I can't. I honestly, it's been so long since I've had one of these. I just don't remember. Oh, right there. Yeah, simple as that. Okay, let's go check the frunk. And then we'll check our windows, and then we're going to take this thing for a drive and find out how broken it is. The charge port opens like it's supposed to. I guess you have to push a button to close it. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll have some charging cables in the front here. That would be great. Uh-oh. What? Do I have to push it again? High mileage Tesla problems, guys. I think that closed the charge port, but the frunk... The charge port did not close. Maybe there we go. Manually close it. Like I said, guys, I haven't had one of these in a very long time. Is there something I got to do here to open this? Oh boy. So to open this, there's this little button here you got to push. I did not know that. So you push that button down and it releases it. It's kind of dirty under here. Looks like it's probably been sitting for, well, a little while. I'll bet it's in dire need of a new air filter too. Well, anyway, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on kind of petty stuff like this. At the end of the day, it is next to impossible to find a Tesla of any variety that runs and drives and does not have like a totally shot battery for under $10,000. Like, that's really unheard of. And being able to pick this up for $7,800, this is, I mean, honestly, this is kind of crazy. Yeah, it's dirty. It needs a good cleaning. And we're about to find out, come on, if it's also going to need a battery. Because currently, everything on this car, including the tires, the body, interior, other than being dirty, this car is actually in really good shape. Now, being a rear-wheel drive of the performance variety, it's pretty impressive. This thing's supposed to do 0 to 60 in, I don't know, 4.2 seconds, something like that. It's supposed to be like equivalent to 440 horsepower, 450 horsepower. Honestly, that's not bad for a single motor 2013 Tesla. This is a relatively old car. I mean, it is an old car. Today, it is January 1, 2024. So this car is now over 10 years old with almost 300,000 miles on the odometer. The important window works. The sunroof works. All of the doors, the trunk, the frunk, all works. Radio works. The only thing that doesn't seem to work is the climate control. All 4 windows work. Wow. Okay. Well, let's take it on the road. I got to be careful how far I go because I don't have any way of charging this. I don't have a home charger. Nothing. So I'm a little bit concerned about that. And this has no climate control. That's another thing that really sucks. No way of turning on heat or air conditioning. Oh, wow. Whoa. Okay. Wow. It's been a while since I've had a Tesla. And I kind of forgot that these things, well, they sure do get up and go, don't they? We're going to be very, very cautious. I'm doing the speed limit just so you guys can see clearly. Maybe I should turn on my navigation. Let's click that right there and bring up the screen. No, that's not it. I don't know. I forgot how to work the car, guys. I don't believe this car has any type of self-driving or anything like that. No autopilot computer. Speed limit's about to go up to 65. It does have adaptive cruise control, though. All right, here we go. 65, and do we just turn it on like that? Is that it? And we're cruising. Does it has a steering capabilities too? No way. It does. It pulls you back when you're starting to go over the line. Wait, no it doesn't. No it doesn't. That was wishful thinking. That was wishful thinking. Not bad. Guys, I'm cruising at 65 miles an hour on the back roads of Byers, Oklahoma in a almost 300,000 mile Tesla Model S. And it's quiet. It's comfortable. There's no funny noises or clunks or bumps or vibrations. This is pretty impressive, guys. Like, no joke. This is pretty impressive. I know you're seeing a flickering on the screen there. It's not actually doing that. That's my camera. That actually made me dizzy, so I apologize for that. So here we are. We're cruising the speed limit, going up the road. Of course, we'll do a little pull in it on the way back. I've got to take it on my typical 10-mile test run to see how it does. But so far, guys, and look at the gauges there. 269,000 miles. And this thing is cruising down the back roads at speed with no problems. Well, we made it 5 miles and I've got absolutely no complaints. You can see it just auto-locked itself for me. Like I said, it needs a thorough cleaning in and out, and I don't know, maybe this is something I'll send to Brian, or maybe this is something we can do ourselves. I haven't really decided which way I want to go with it yet. We are going to take it back on the road and do a nice little pull with it, just see how it does. It's a relatively quick car, guys, and we'll have to check on that battery thoroughly later. I think the only thing we can really do is get it charged up, but I can't do that until I have some form of a charge port, charging thing for it. I already ordered one from eBay, a used Tesla factory charger that would have come with this, with the NEMA 1540 connector, I believe. So that way I can charge it up at the house. I've also ordered a couple of adapters because I do have a level 2 charger at the buyer's house, but unfortunately it's for the normal EV cars, not for a Tesla. So I've got to wait for those adapters to come from Amazon before I can charge it. And I can't charge it at Tesla because the car is not on my account. So basically, I have a car that I absolutely cannot charge, but we definitely want to charge it up, see what kind of range it actually gets. We'll have to do that in another video. Why don't we take this thing on a ride back? Let's give it a nice little pull and see what kind of power it's got. Okay, are we ready? Let's get on the road. We do have traction control on, but I do want to point out these rear-wheel drive versions, they will do burnouts. They will absolutely do smoky burnouts if you want them to. We're not going to be doing that today. I do hear a slight rattle over those bumps. Very slight rattle over those bumps. And there too. from the front right. All right. Unfortunately, this is going to hurt my range, but I mean, we got to, right? We're at a complete stop, and oh, wow. Yep. Wow. And oh, that's pretty decent. Very limited slip. It ate up 2 miles of range doing that, so that's something to be aware of. We definitely got into it, and it's crazy to me. I've had so many cars. I had a 2016 or 17 P90D with Insanity Plus mode, and I guess I just forgot how quick these cars were, because that car is far, the P90D with Insanity, way faster than this. But I'm telling you, man, this thing gets it. So I guess the question is, you know, is an old high mileage Tesla something to consider? I can't answer that for you. We all have to make those decisions for ourselves, but currently I'm thinking absolutely yes. And what's going to happen if the battery goes bad? Well, obviously, I'm not going to take this old car and go and spend $20,000 on a battery, but I will be more than happy to take it to a third-party facility and spend around $5,000 to have my battery repaired. Same thing with the motor. You know, I don't see myself going to Tesla if the motor goes bad and saying, hey, let me get one of those $6,000 motors. I'd probably be more likely to find a good used one on eBay or something and either do it myself by dropping the rear subframe or taking it again to a third-party facility that works on these things. There's Gruber Motors that I've been watching quite a bit lately. They've got a lot of great information, and they are located in Arizona. And then, of course, there's the Electrified Garage. And I think they've got a couple locations, one down in Florida, the other one I think is maybe in Massachusetts or something like that. But what I'm trying to tell you is there are options out there for EV owners that don't want to go out and drop a ton of money on a new EV. There are options for us that want these older cars, and one of the biggest benefits of a Tesla from this era, from this generation, is the unlimited free supercharging that you get for life. That means you can travel anywhere you want and you don't pay a dime. Nothing. Charging is completely free. Is it inconvenient? Yes, it's going to cost you a little bit of time because you have to stop and charge versus getting gas, but you're not paying anything. It's literally free to drive anywhere you want. In my opinion, that makes these old cars worth keeping on the road. Now, of course, I can't tell you if that's worth it to you or not. You got to make that decision for yourself. And yes, repairs on these cars can get expensive, obviously. To the people that say that nothing can ever break on these cars, that's an absolute lie. That's somebody that heard someone else say it. They're just regurgitating that information, okay? There's plenty of things that can break, primarily the batteries and the motors, all right? But you also have inverters, okay? There's door handles, window motors, and regulators. There are tons of pieces. The MCU, all right? The display screen for the instrument cluster. There are plenty of things that can break on these cars, but most of it is very DIY friendly. You can buy parts used on places like eBay. You can fix it yourself, and if necessary, for the bigger stuff, you can take it to the repair facilities that specialize in these used vehicles and get it done at a relatively reasonable price. So I guess this video is for the people that are out there saying that, you know, EV batteries will die in 10 years. Well, I got news for you, folks. Not only do I own a 10-year-old, actually pushing, I guess it's 11. It is. This is an 11-year-old Tesla Model S P85 that, for all practical purposes, has the original battery and original drive motor. I have not been able to find anything anywhere showing that any work has been done to this car. 300,000 miles. The battery still works. The motor still works. Looks like the only thing that's actually broken on this car, the only thing that does not work at all, is the heat and air conditioning. And if we're lucky, the parts may already be in the car to fix it. So I've got a lot of the settings on the car to where I want them. I've got the car added to my Tesla account, although it still is not ready to let me supercharge yet, which really sucks. I want to drive this car home and start putting miles on it, but until I have some type of way of charging it, I can't really risk taking it anywhere. So I'm hopeful that before the day is over, we will have supercharging enabled, and it'll be fun to go to a supercharger and plug it in. Hopefully it's free. It did require me to add a payment method in order to supercharge, which I think is bizarre because this car has lifetime supercharging. I think Tesla was doing lifetime supercharging for free all the way up until sometime in 2016, maybe 2017. I can't remember for sure. But I don't know why they're making me add a payment method, but I added it, and we'll have to go figure that out at a later time. We're going to go and grab the fan out of the trunk of this car. We're going to take it into the shop real quick, and I think we're going to put the ohm meter on it and see if this is a good fan or a bad fan. A bad fan's probably going to read like under 1 ohm, and a good fan should be somewhere around 14 and up. Anywhere from 14 ohms up, we should be looking at a good fan, because I don't want to take all this stuff apart and find out that that was the bad fan, that somebody already replaced the fan and the blower motor resistor and put an old one back in that's no good. There could be something else. It could be as simple as a blown fuse or a blown relay. So let's check that out real quick, and let's hope that that is a good fan. We'll come back in another video and we'll tear this car apart, and we will attempt to fix our heat and air conditioning problem. The only things that don't work on this car. All right, into the shop we go. Oh, hello. Well, I forgot that I had all these cars sitting in here. I gotta start getting rid of some of this stuff, man. I really do. I got an update video on the 73 Mustang coming. Obviously, there was a serious title issue with this one, so we got an update video coming on that. And then the 88 Cavalier Z24, the 94 Chevy with the 383 stroker. Man, we got some cool cars, guys, but right now we're going to focus on finding out if this is a good motor or a bad motor. Well, not gonna lie, 4.6 ohms does not look very promising. I'm gonna spin the fan just a little bit. We'll turn it. This fan doesn't even feel all that good. I hope that this is not the good fan and the air conditioning and heater still doesn't work, because that's going to mean there's something else. It could be electrical. It could be something simple like a relay. I don't know. It's hard to do this with the camera in my hand. So I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I want to say this motor is most likely the bad one. Now, that doesn't mean that somebody didn't get a bad one from eBay and they just didn't feel like messing with it again. I'd say it's probably unlikely, but take a look at the debris that came out of this motor. Yeah, that ain't good, guys. That's a lot of debris. And here's the cap that came off of it as well. You can see how crusty it is in there. It's full of sediment and debris. This thing fell apart. And if you're wondering what all of this sediment is, that's your brushes, guys. Yeah, the brushes have obviously just disintegrated. There's probably very little left of them making contact. So it makes it hard for the motor to work if the brushes aren't making good contact. And yeah, I'm going to say that is mostly all brush material. So this motor, as far as I'm concerned, is bad. Even if you have plugged it in and it may have worked, this was done, guys. So we're going to throw this in the garbage. I'm probably going to keep the other blower motor resistor. Looks like we're going to have to take it apart, make sure that everybody that got into it before plugged everything back in. We'll need to check fuses, and worst case scenario, we may have to end up buying another blower motor, maybe a new one, and a new blower motor resistor as well. That'd probably be the best way to go when dealing with this. I'll have to get onto Tesla's website, find out how much all of this stuff costs. And yes, you can actually buy these parts from Tesla and you can fix them yourself. So I'm about to get out of here. I'm going to film another video for you guys. Like I said, stay tuned for the update video on this one as well. This one eventually will be going down the road, assuming all the title things get worked out. This one is about to go down the road. This one I'm going to hold on to. Let's go out to the yard, and I can show you the other ones that I've decided to cut loose. That's right, it is January 1st, 2024, and it is time to let some things go. And this one is going to be going down the road. My 90-something, 91 Firebird Formula. This one is staying. This one currently is staying, but I don't know. Am I really ever going to use it? Probably not. It runs and drives great now. It's my 05 GMC, what is it? GMC Savannah G1500 two-wheel drive. Just put new tires on it. Great van. I'll probably get rid of it at some point. And I've definitely made a decision on this one. My 93 50 5-speed convertible GT. This one is going down the road as well. Also, the Cadillac Escalade that we got for like $800. This one is also going down the road. Yeah, you guys see it. I'm letting a lot of cars go. This one, my 94, I believe. This is my 94 Trans Am. It's a 25th anniversary edition. I haven't driven this car other than I took it home. I drove it around for a couple days. I enjoyed it. I drove it back. I picked up other cars, and I've never driven it again. So even though this one runs and drives just fine, with the exception of a whine from the rear end. Don't forget about that. Rear differential does have a whine to it. It runs and drives fine. This one is also going down the road. The Cougar, I'm not ready to let go of yet, but ultimately I've decided this car too, my $150 Mercury Cougar 1983, fuel injected 5.0 V8, will eventually be going down the road. And you guys, I know. Can you believe I left this car sitting outside? Yeah, I went on vacation for a week. I've been in Indiana for an entire week. I left this car just sitting here outside. Yeah. It still breaks up. It doesn't run quite right, but it's one of those things, once it warms up, you can drive down the road just fine with it. It'll get down the road, but it does, when you first hit the accelerator, it just kind of breaks up a little bit. Other than that, it gets down the road just fine. It runs and drives very well, with the exception of, I don't know what's wrong with it, but there is something going on. I know that it has that cracked exhaust manifold on the passenger side. That definitely needs to be addressed. It's missing the air filter. That needs to be addressed. There's some little things that need to be addressed on this car, and I don't have time for it. I'm not messing with it. So this car also is going to go down the road very soon. So there you go. There's a list of the cars that I have, and as you can see, the majority of them are on their way out. Don't forget, coming soon tomorrow for you guys, this little car is going to be coming out on video for you guys. I don't really know why I bought it. 1987 Nissan BE-1, right-hand drive, imported from Japan. I don't know. That's all I can tell you. Why did I buy it? I have no idea, man. This is one of those cars that people say they accidentally bought, and that kind of is the case. I mean, obviously, I knew I was bidding on it. I did not expect them to sell it to me, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I didn't expect to win this car, but here it is. We have a gray market right-hand drive import. First one ever on the channel. First one that I have ever owned. So, there it is, man. I don't know what to tell you. I haven't looked at it yet. I just got back from vacation. I got in at 2 in the morning, and here we are out here making videos of a Tesla and my newest cars. Both of these are our very first purchases for 2024. Brand new content on the channel. And I'm also winning a side. I already won a Prius, and I've got an idea to do with the Prius and this car, but I'm also winning a Tesla Model 3 long range. So stay tuned for that as well. I want to be as diverse as possible, guys. I love, as you can see, love my gas cars. This is not me transitioning into an electric vehicle guy. I know some of you could care less or couldn't care less about electric vehicles, and I'm not trying to shove that down your throats. I'm not that guy, but I am here to tell you, I love EVs, and I really, really, really love Teslas. I'm a car guy, whether they're gasoline, whether they're 4 cylinders, 6 cylinders, 3 cylinders. or an electric Tesla. I just love cars, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video of our new 2013 Tesla Model S P85. If you have any ideas or suggestions, any tips to help me figure out the HVAC in this car, I'd really appreciate it. I will tell you this, when you turn on the air conditioning, you can hear things happening like under the frunk, somewhere around the frunk area. You can hear noises. Things are working. You can definitely tell that things are doing what they're supposed to do. It's just not blowing the air through the vents. My first thought on any vehicle, be it a Tesla or a Honda or a Nissan, is going to be a blower motor or a blower motor resistor. And it looks like somebody may have already changed those out, but it is not outside of the realm of possibilities that somebody got a bad one. Right? So it may just be best to buy a new one, but if you've got any insight on this car for me, definitely drop a comment below and let me know, and tell me what you think. For $7,800, we bought a P85 Tesla Model S with almost 300,000 miles. I'm looking forward to hopefully doing a road trip video with Monkey Wrench Mike where him and I potentially race my Tesla against a Toyota Prius. We are going to compare a hybrid directly against a Model S and see which one will take longer to get from here in Oklahoma to my uncle's house in Terre Haute, Indiana. Round trip, that would be about 1,350 miles. Number one, will both of them make it? Number two, how far are we going to get before we need a charge in the Tesla? Whereas the other vehicle can just go on down the road because it's a hybrid. But remember, this one gets free electricity, supposedly gets free electricity. And if it does, how much did it cost the Prius to get there versus a Tesla? And again, will each of them make it? I think it's going to be a lot of fun with Monkey Wrench Mike. We'll wait and see how the Toyota Prius comes in, because I bought a Prius, believe it or not, a 2014 Prius Model C cost me $2,000 more than my Tesla Model S. And with that, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.